Hi folks, I just received a really nice new product through the post from the guys at Deer Creek in the UK called Fishheadz. Interesting product. Give you a close-up of this. This is the perch pattern. You can see, and it's bendy, which is pretty cool. Okay, so what can we do with it? Well, we can actually do quite a few things with these. Today I'm just going to show you how to do a normal fish head, so to speak, on a perch pattern. What I've done is just tied up with some Glisten Glint Plus, just a body there, just tied in, as you can see, to there. This is where the fish head's actually going to sit. What I've then done, I've just put some croc glue on there, on the other side, and that's it. I've also put some glue directly to the back of the fish head. The great thing about croc glue is, not unlike super glue, is it doesn't set straight away, so you can actually play a little bit with the positioning before it goes solid. So what we're going to do is stick that on, like so. Once you're happy with the position, take a look at it, turn it over, and then glue up and stick the other side on. I've actually pre-prepared the glue on these, because croc glue doesn't dry straight away, so you can actually glue it up, stick it to one side, and it's ready for, quite tacky when you're ready to put your head on. Get the position in, and that's pretty much it. All you really need to do now is, it's got a gap in there because of the way I've tied this. There's two ways of doing it. I prefer to tie it like this. The reason being, if you see that little gap in there, I'm going to put some epoxy in there. I'm going to put a thin layer of epoxy around the head. That will give the fly a little bit of weight, which will add to the movement in the water. Short strips and pauses will have it diving like a sick bait fish, which is kind of the look you're wanting for, really, with predators. But the other way of doing it, if you tie your material all the way to the front of the hook, like do it maybe a hollow tie style, and then glue your heads on top of that, that's just another way of doing it. But as you can see here, that's pretty much right up to the shank of the hook there, along there, so it's not going to interfere whatsoever when a fish takes. It's just right there. And that's the first stage pretty much of sticking a fish head on. It's so easy. Just tie your material up, whatever hooks you like, and then bang the things on with a bit of glue, and you have a fantastic looking fly. A really fantastic looking fly. Now what I'm going to do is just show you. I've got one I've done yesterday that's glued, but I haven't put the epoxy in that yet, because I'm going to show you a little something else you could do with these. So maybe you don't like, maybe you prefer a bit of a bigger eye in there. Okay, so what we can do with that is quite simply, let's give it a red eye, stick another eye on it. So take a couple of these, really nice, they're like bendy epoxy eyes, they're like a gel eye, they're just fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to change the eye. Okay, and I'm going to stick a completely new eye on that, just over the top. that sticks straight on like that, giving you a whole different look for that. Fantastic. So we can try, okay, for example, let's take, this is one I did the other day with one of the fish heads. This one's called a trout. The other one's obviously a perch. I mean, that's done with croc glue and that's solid. Okay, so what I might like to do now is, let's have a really nice green eye on that. There we go, change the look of it straight away. Nice green eye. When you epoxy around that, that's going to be rock solid. 1,000,001 things you can do with these. So here's another one I did the other day. Slightly different look. This one's a smaller one. This is called the wrasse. It's a wrasse head. So what I want to do with this, some more of these great new gel eyes from Deer Creek. I'm going to stick these on. 1, 2. Let's see. Changes the whole look of the fly. I reckon I'm going to be having quite a lot of fun with these. All I need to do now is pretty much epoxy them, and that's done. But I'm sure you'll agree that's a fantastic look. Watch for more coming soon. Thanks.